everyone, welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. Very exciting day today. It is the debt update and also the extra income stuffage, which is very, very exciting. I suppose we need a reminder of this week's affirmation. Let me just grab it. So this week's affirmation is, I see beauty in all of me, even the imperfections, which is so lovely, but so very, very difficult. Speaking of imperfections, yes, I have my scruffy jumper on today. Truth be told, I'm not feeling very great, and so my jumper is keeping me company. People who followed for a while know that I suffer from recurrent periods of depression, and I am just about to enter one of those, as in I've started to feel it coming. But don't worry, don't feel bad for me. It's just the ebb and flow of my brain, and so I will be feeling lots better in a few weeks. So yeah, anywho, let's talk about more fun and exciting things. So where shall we start? We're gonna have to start with the money, aren't we? So this is this month's extra income. So that is from YouTube and Etsy and Monzo referrals as well. So thank you very much for watching the ads when you're watching the videos. Thanks so much for ordering from Etsy. I still can't believe how much people are buying. It's crazy. I'm struggling to keep up. Might have to take a little Etsy holiday soon. And for those of you who have used my Monzo referral link, thank you so much. If anyone doesn't know, I've got a link in my description for Monzo. If you like the look of Monzo and want to try it out, then if you take out an account with them and do a qualifying payment, then you get £5 and I get £5, which is a pretty sweet deal. So thank you very much. Right, let's count how much we have got to play with this month. Oh, this is exciting. So we have got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. £330. It is, I can't believe it. It's so much, it's ridiculous. About £100 of that is from YouTube, and then the rest is a mixture of Etsy and Monzo. That is after any money that I take out for my materials and postage and subscriptions like Canva and Amazon, and also a little bit then goes into an emergency savings pot as well. So at the moment I've got 150 in my postage pot, £100 in my materials pot, £100 in my Canva pot, and I think about £20 in the emergency fund. And that was leftover money from the tax that I'd saved last year because I've already paid my tax bill. So that is how all that money works. Right, anyway, that's enough waffleage about the way that I do things. So let's put this money where it needs to be. Let's lay it all out first. I really hope you're not finding my jumper too distracting. I know it's scruffy. Right, so we'll start with tax, which is in this binder towards the back. So we are putting £100 in here, 20, 40, 60, 81, and that now takes tax up to 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 94, 10, 20, 35. So 435, I think. My short-term memory is battered. Saved up for tax. So yes, that is a lot of money to have in the house in one envelope. So I will be doing a condensing soon. Into channel. So this is bits and bobs that I save so that I can treat you guys when I do a giveaway. There is now £25. I am hopefully going to get to do a giveaway soon. We're very close to 4,000 subs, and I already have the prizes for that. I'm so excited about that. Right, so what are we going to do with the rest of this money then? So £40 was available for me and my husband for our spending this month, but I have already spent, oh, this is gross. I have already spent £5 of mine on a coffee, of course. So my husband's getting 20 and I am getting 15. To be honest with you, I have already spent £10 of this on a digital purchase of some vape juice to top up my vape money. So that will actually be going back to the bank, which means I have got £5, a whole £5, but that's fine. That's good. So we'll pop that into going out. Although it's really gross. I don't want to. I don't want to. Let's find a nice one. There you go. It's the nicest of the bad bunch. There we go. So we've now got 10, 20, 5, 30 in going out. which is lovely. So the rest of this here beautiful dosh then is for the debt. How exciting. So let's see how much we've got left. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 175. Perfect. So we are going to get the freedom binder and see whether we can finish it, which would be exciting. So what we got? So we got 15. It's a 10 and 5. And another 10. Sorry, this is a bit noisy and slides all over the place. Another 5. And another 5. And another 15. And a 10. And a 15. And a 20. Oh, that's the last one. Oh, we all filled. Did I owe anything? We'll find out when I count it up. Yeah, that's it. All filled up. Lushers. Oh, we've got money left. We've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Ooh, £80 left. What do I do with the money? Do you know what I'm going to do? Give me one sec. I just need to check some numbers. Right, cool. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to take an extra £30 of this. And I am also going to put that in the bank. And this 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, we will restuff into Freedom in a minute. So Freedom is all finished. So I'm going to unstuff this quickly now, add it to this and take it back to the bank. So give me 2 secs. Right, so that is the binder empty. This is all the money that I have taken out. This is the leftover money that we'll put back in a second. And this is the extra £30 that I've taken out. So this should all add up to 280. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Excellent. £280 finding its way back to the bank to pay on the loan. I'm doing a really rubbish fan today. That's all we're getting. That's an odd one. Yeah, so £280 going to the bank for the debtage, which is awesome. I will put that there. That'll do. And then we will take this remaining money, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, and pop it back in here. We'll find some 25s. So we'll do that, 25. And it would make sense to condense it, wouldn't I? I'll swap those for that. And that 25, cool, lovely. So 50 quid started in there, which is fab. Right, so here we are for the debt update then. So we are in August. What I've done is I've added on the amount of money that we are going to be sending back to the bank. So this consists of the loan balance this month was the previous loan amount of 1766 minus 738.90, which was the minimum payment, minus the extra 300. That's not right. Extra 280. Yeah, perfect. Actually, what is the minimum payment? 738. So that's not enough, is it? Let's put another tenner in. I'm taking a tenner out of the Freedom binder. Sorry about this. It's all a bit on a whim. So take a tenner out, put a tenner in. Put that in the wrong one anyway. Probably. Right, so that's that. So we're actually going to put in 290 in a minute. Ooh, when I go to the bank. That's better. So, right. So the reason that I've done that is that the minimum payment is 738.93, I think, moving forwards. So next month then, that will just be the minimum payment, and that will be that equivalent of the big loan completely gone, which is super exciting. So that's why I've done that. So we're going to do 290 back to the bank out of all the money that you just saw me count. And then after it's been paid next month, that will leave us with 10,784 left for the final push, which is super duper exciting. So this month we would have repaid 1,028.90, which means this year we've repaid 7,285, and the total we've repaid since the beginning of 2022 is £17,037.52. So we've repaid 60% and there's 40% remaining. And as of at the moment, there is just over 11.5 grand left. So let's have a look at the pretty graph, see what that tells us. So, I've not unwhatsied it, so that will have to do. So we've got 737.27 left on the loan and the 1070.84 from the final push, and then we can see here we're just on this line, which is the 60%. So that's how much we've got left to pay, 11,521, and then all the same numbers that I've just told you there, 40% remaining. Exciting. So in terms of the graphs, then this is the big loan payoff graph. So we are tracking this still just as a way to have a milestone to reach, so that the next milestone didn't seem too massive. So yeah, so we'll have this paid off next month, which is awesome, September 2023, which originally this loan was due to be paid off in March 2024. So that'll be oh gosh, Jenny, what's wrong with my brain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months early. Let's call that 5 to 6 months early, which is awesome. And in terms of the grand scheme of things and everything overall, here we are now. So we're in August 2023. We're on this thick orange line. The dotted orange line is our projection from when our debts will be repaid, and it's saying still December 2024. So looks like we'll have like a smaller payment to make in November. Oh, actually, let's call that November. Yeah, November 2024. Let's call that that. So yeah, so that is it. Anyone who's not seen this graph before, the big blue line is when, if we'd have paid just our minimum payments from the very beginning, our loan would be paid off, the debts will be paid off in May 2025. And then we have a goal, which is the green line, of our debts to be repaid by June 2024. And then the orange line is what we've actually paid. And then the dotted orange line is if we were just to pay our minimum payments from here on out, we would have our debt cleared by November, December of next year. So that is that. Yay! How exciting. Love a bit of a debt update. Right, but don't go anywhere. I have a bonus feature for you this month. Hello everybody, it's me from the future. I'm really sorry, I haven't coloured this in and I realised that you would all go mad. So I'm just going to colour these in. So I'm going to colour off 4 of these. So we paid off 1,000 and then we will have 750 left for next month. Eek! There we go, all coloured in. So 3 left for next month and I'll send you back to past me. But earlier in the week, you may or may not have seen that in my community post, I did put up a poll and I was curious to know how many of you who are subscribed to me have debts. And I said any debt in big capital letters and used like the mortgage and student loans and things like that as an example within what I mean as any debt. So thank you very much for everyone who replied to that. I had 444 votes, which is massive. So thank you. And the results of that was 78% of you who responded do have debts. 10% of you responded, which is 44 of you, said that you don't have debt at all, never have, which is very cool. And then another 12% of you said you don't have any debt right now, but you have had debt in the past. And yeah, so how do you feel about those results? Do they surprise you at all? Are you surprised to learn that 78% of you have debts? Curious to know. But yeah, those of you who have never ever had any debt, I'm really curious about that. How have you managed it? If you're willing to share with the group, please do. My assumption is that you might be young and not yet moved out of home. I don't know, big assumption. But yeah, let me know. So with all this in mind, it did all prompt me to do a bit of research because some of the comments from you all was very, very interesting. So I've got 3 questions. We're going to do a quiz. Are you ready for Detucation? So, question 1. What percentage of the UK adult population has debt? So that's what percentage of the UK adult population has debt? Your options are 26%, 57%, or 79%. So that's 26%, 57% or 79%. What percentage of the UK population has debt? Right, I'm going to give you a second to think. Pause it if you want a bit longer because I'm going to give the answer now. The answer is 57%. So 57% of the adult UK population has debt. This is from the Commons Library of some data that was taken in 2020, so it might slightly be out of date now. And the debt that they've measured is household debt, which includes mortgages, loans, student loans, and credit cards as well. So think about the 78% of you who replied just to my poll who say you have debt. It could be because obviously this is a budgeting channel and we're all here for a reason, or it could be to do with the fact of how old you are. So also within this set of data, it said that 80% of 25 to 34-year-olds have some sort of household debt. 80%, and 78% in our poll makes sense. Most of the guys who watch the video, you guys are between sort of 20s to 40s, so you kind of fit in that range. So all of us are not uncommon to the rest of the UK. Go us. I thought that might be nice for people to know. I thought that might be nice. So question 2. I'm not a great quiz host, by the way, so it's probably taking ages. Well done if you're still here. Question 2, what is consumer debt? So it's a phrase that we've all heard lots of people use. I'm going to pay off my consumer debt. But what is consumer debt? I've got some options for you. This is a tick all that apply. So personal loans, credit cards, mortgages, student loans, or all of the above. Ooh, I wonder which of those, how many of those are, or are all of those consumer debts? I'll give you a sec. Right, I'm going to tell you, I'm too impatient. The answer is all of the above. So all of the above are consumer debts. And this is taken from a website called Investopedia, and they define a consumer debt as, sorry if my voice is like waving, it's because my notes are over there. They define consumer debts as personal debts that are owed as a result of purchasing goods that are used for individual or household consumption. That includes mortgages, student loans, auto loans, credit cards, personal loans, and everything like that. So basically, anytime you buy something, but then you owe somebody some money for, is a consumer debt. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting because we've heard that phrase bandied about a lot and I don't really know what it meant, but now I do. Consumer debt includes everything, including your mortgage. Right then, final question, if you're still here. Oh yeah, this is a goodie. Right, okay. Which of the following can be considered a good debt? Okay, so your options are mortgage, credit card, student loan, car loan, or once again, all of the above. Oh, am I trying to trick you now? We had an all of the above before and it was a bit tricky. Are we going to trick you again? The answer is no tricks. It actually is all of the above. So mortgages, credit cards, student loans, car loans, overdrafts, whatever debt you have could be considered good debt if you can afford to pay it. That's as simple as that. So according to Equifax, and I'm very much paraphrasing here, a good debt is one you can afford and a bad debt is one you can't. And that's it. That is literally the difference between a good debt and a bad debt. I think a lot of people see mortgages as a good debt because they see it as an investment for their future. And so that's great if that's how you feel. I'm not sure how I feel about mortgages right now, but I'm not going to go into it right now. But yeah, that's great if that's how you feel, but it isn't just by standard a good debt. Yeah, it's secured, which means if you can't pay it, they'll take it back off you. That's some sort of something, I guess. But yeah, it's only good if you can afford to pay it. You can have a mortgage you can't afford, you're struggling, you're missing payments, bad debt. Right, so yeah, that was it. So I just wanted to share those things because you know how I feel about people beating themselves up about having debt and owing debt. And I think some of these things make people feel a bit rubbish from time to time, good debts, bad debts. And so I just kind of wanted to find out some things about myself, and I'm not surprised by the results. I really am not. And I haven't cherry picked these, by the way. You could go and Google things and you'll find the same answers. I will link all of the articles that I've referenced in a comment down below though. So I got the statistics about the adult population debt in the UK from the Commons Library. I got what is consumer debt from Investopedia, and I got what is considered a good or a bad debt from Equifax. So yeah, I think we can say they're all pretty trusted sources. So yeah, I just thought that would be a bit of fun. I don't know, I've probably challenged a few of your core beliefs there with a few of those, but yeah, the whole aim was just to say that so much of us are in debt. 80% of 25 to 34-year-olds are in debt. I'm not saying that's a good thing, and I'm not saying having debt is good. What I'm saying is, don't feel bad about having debt. And if you start to struggle with your debt repayments, reach out and talk to people, really. Do not default on your payments, please. It will, affect your credit score, and that can affect anything that you might want to do in the future if it gets too bad. I mean, I was this close to bankruptcy at one point, so I can fully sympathise with everyone who's in that position. I tried to go it alone, and I just made a mess of things. I was borrowing from one person to pay the minimum payment on another thing, and it was stressful, it was horrible, I felt ashamed of myself, and it was just gross. So yeah, please don't be in that position. There's always links in my description for some money advice links, but I think your first port of call is usually friends and family if you feel you can trust them with it. But yeah, do not go it alone. If you're struggling with your debt, do not go it alone. So yeah, I think that is enough of my preaching today. I hope you saw the fun side of that, because I'm feeling a bit low. I don't know how my voice is coming across, probably quite skeptical and cynical. I don't mean to be. But yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you there. I will see you on Friday for a cash stuffing. Eek, very exciting. Isn't it September on Friday? Let me have a look at my calendar. Is it September on Friday? Yeah, it is. Ooh, fun. Right, this week's affirmation then. I see beauty in all of me, even the imperfections. Oh boy. Have a great couple of days, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.